非你莫属, Only You is a popular job hunting reality show on Tianjin TV, something akin to The Apprentice. Potential candidates are interviewed by a panel of 12 successful Chinese company managers or owners, one by one. Now, successful applicants are offered jobs on the spot. The others are ruthlessly eliminated. And in one recent episode, a male candidate, Guo Jie, even passed out on stage as he was being grilled. The 32-year-old had only shortly before returned to China after what he said was a 10-year stint studying sociology and film in France. One panellist, Wang Ji, this is one of the company managers, began speaking to him in French, albeit of a somewhat pidgin variety, and Guo found he couldn't answer. She then asked him about well-known French sociologists and directors, and again Guo stumbled and struggled and appeared not to know very much. But when one looked at Guo's 3 diplomas and suggested that his BAC +5 certificate was only equivalent to an associate degree or a junior college level, well, the unfortunate Guo at this stage collapsed on the stage and seemed to pass out. Program host Zhang Xiaogang, instead of asking him how he was, simply said, "Are you faking it or not?" As he grabbed him by the collar. Afterwards, Guo said he had felt under huge pressure at the time, particularly as his degree was questioned. The French embassy later confirmed that one was actually wrong and that Guo's degree was equivalent to a master's level. While some net users criticised Guo's apparent lack of knowledge, many were incensed at the arrogant attitude of the panel and of the host. Li Kai-fu, the founding president of Google China, also criticised Zhang, the presenter, and one that panel member at their behaviour, and he called on viewers to boycott the programme until it apologised. So what do net users think about it all? Is an apology in fact needed in this case? And what about this top-down rather rude attitude of the panel members who've been criticised before by their demeaning or for their demeaning treatment of these job seekers? Well, let's head over to the newsroom now, where our researcher Julia Liu has been keeping an eye on the online discussion. Okay, Julia, so first, what do net users think about this job hunting programme in general? Do they support Li's call for a boycott, at least until an apology, after this incident?
Well, the short answer is yes. Well, of 310,000 net users in the poll asking should the show be boycotted, 94% support Li's call and think the program should apologize to Guo. This poster, Nan Hu, is one of them. "I really hate the host's attitude. Even if Guo was in the wrong, I still don't think it's proper for Zhang not to give any help when Guo fainted and just keep asking whether he was faking. It's so cold-hearted." And it seems that this post also agrees. As far as I know, the host Zhang is also a university teacher, so why doesn't he have a more gentle approach rather than such a belligerent attitude towards these youngsters? Everybody needs time to grow up, to become better. I really think the behavior of Zhang went too far. However, as I mentioned, according to the poll, 6% do support the program, which means about 18,000 net users didn't see anything wrong with the program. And I have a couple of comments from this site too. This one from QQ.com says, "I don't think the program made any major mistake. This is a TV show. If the candidates can't handle the pressure or don't have any real ability, then they shouldn't be there. How come the other candidates perform okay under questioning? Don't put all the blame on others." And this poster, Xiaoxiang Yeyu, also can't understand the boycott. "I like this program and I think it does provide a good platform for job hunters. And in my opinion, if someone doesn't like the host or the program, they can quietly choose not to watch it. Why go as far as a boycott?"
Okay, Julia, I'm a little bit curious about one thing. Why do net users, Li Kai-fu as well, this sort of senior entrepreneur in China, seem to be so sensitive about this case? I mean, you can see some pretty rough treatment of candidates on job hunting programs all over the world, like The Apprentice or the Dragon's Den. So seems to be the difference here, and why so much support from net users for this unfortunate job seeker?
Well, I think many net users view the aggressive attitude of the host and the executives just reflect the real-life situation in terms of the inequality between job hunters and employers in the Chinese job market. And as many have probably been on the receiving end from rude bosses, frankly, they are a little tired of it. And obviously, this poster, Shu Guang, belongs to this group. I've seen this program several times, and to be honest, when I watch it, I feel that these entrepreneurs are trying to interrogate these job seekers rather than engage in a dialogue. And sometimes the job seekers even break down. I just can't understand why the entrepreneurs need to take it to that point. These young people only want to get a job, and they're not going to steal these guys' seats. And this poster seems to have a similar idea. He says, when you watch this program, you see there are 12 bosses and 1 rude host. To be honest, how could young job seekers not feel nervous when facing these critical questions? But why must the situation be like this? I believe the employment relationship should be equal, which means that if bosses have the right to ask questions and choose job seekers, then the job seekers should also have the right to ask back. Just because currently in China the relationship is so unequal. Now even the job hunting program has bosses that show no respect to job seekers. Well, this poster points out that Guo's overseas study background is also another cause of debate. He says, recently, the academic fraud issue has been aired so much that now, as some net users point out, having studied overseas doesn't necessarily mean anything anymore, since some of them just buy diplomas. But of course, not all of those who study overseas are in this category. So when Wen keep criticizing Guo's diploma, some net users felt he was really aiming at all those who've studied abroad.
Okay, Julia, well, to wrap up, it's hardly likely the show will be cancelled despite Li Kai-fu's best intentions. So any suggestions for changes that might be implemented from net users?
Yes, of course. In fact, although more than 294,000 net users showed their support for Li's boycott call, the views are still mostly focused on the apology aspect. And this poster, Qing Yue Star, is a typical one, saying, as a TV program, it's okay to add some entertainment or debate value, but the premise is that it should consider the public's feeling first. In this case, the coarse attitude of Zhang didn't only hurt the candidate's feeling, but also made a lot of the public feeling uncomfortable. And that's why so many people have asked for the program to apologize. But this poster, Tang Jiachen, has another reason for wanting a sorry from the people behind Only You. Well, why do I think this program should apologize? Because I think it's forgotten its original purpose. But now it seems that they will do anything to boost audience ratings rather than considering other aspects. Does this program reflect the reality about job hunting? I don't think so. In my opinion, a job hunting program shouldn't consider criticism as applause or confuse aggression with some kind of wisdom. If not, it will only have more negative effects on these audiences or even the whole of society.
Okay, thanks for that, Julia. And that was China Take researcher Julia Liu with online reaction to that job hunting program called Only You and its reflection on the relationship between bosses and job hunters in today's job market in China.